Welcome to the Wokest Warren, where we have the wokest discourse. I'm going to talk tonight about these Christian lunatics. I do not want to hear out of a politician's mouth that they are a Christian. Don't want to hear it. What is the point of that? You know what? I don't know what that means anymore, because I don't know if that's code for you don't you don't support women's reproductive rights, or is it code for you think that the world going down in a nuclear conflagration is a good thing because then Jesus will come back? See what I'm saying here? See what I'm saying? It's like, I need to fucking know. I need to know before I vote for you that you do not believe that nuclear war is a good thing. If you even slightly believe that nuclear war is going to bring Jesus, I don't want you getting anywhere near decision making. No. I need to know that. And that's why in the past, candidates have been asked that. That was a normal question they used to ask candidates about nuclear war and what their position was on nuclear war. Now they're like, fuck yeah, gonna use some nukes, gonna build some more fucking nukes, gonna nuke their fucking asses. I don't get it. I really don't. So here's what I think about the whole Christianity and politics thing. All right. And this is coming from a Christian. I am a Christian. If you want to talk about your religious beliefs in depth with me, that is totally cool. I like to hear that. It really tells me a lot about the type of person that you might be. So that might give me an indication along the ideological lines that in which you would vote. But if you send me a mailer and it says Christian on it, I'm automatically not voting for you. I'm automatically not, because that shit is just too scary, too freaky, too weird. Normal people do not think this. People who are atheists, don't think this, but Chinese people don't think that. Chinese people think that Americans are fucked in the head. You cannot even imagine the kind of meeting that they're having in China right now about how fucking bumblefuck-headed anybody in America who's making decisions right now is. They can't believe it. They're we're buffoons. We're these gigantic buffoons on the world stage. And apparently that's fine because you're going to go to heaven or something. No, you should not be in civil governance. We need people who can steward our earth so that people can continue to live here as long as, I guess, God decides that we're going to be living here. But we should assume it's going to be a very, 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 very long time. That's one of the things that my dad was talking about at dinner the other night. He was like, okay, time is based on the planet, turning on its axis while it's spinning around the sun. And the solar system is spinning around the galaxy in the Milky Way. And the Milky Way is moving. And it's time is all based on movement, right? So when you die, like, is the physics the same? Like, does the physics change? Because if the movement changes, then the time changes. And he's like, you could be, it could be like 120,000 years on Earth, and it might not even feel like it was that much time when you live for eternity. And I was like, yeah. Well, anyways, we should assume that human beings are going to be around for the foreseeable future, unless, of course, Donald Trump starts a nuclear fucking war, which is my point. Okay, Christians, I need you to see, I'm thinking like, I need you to say you're Christians and say you don't believe in any of this shit. But I'm like, no, you know what? Just don't even just be like, I don't think that religion belongs in politics. I think that's where we need to go back to. We really, really, really do. Because these people don't want to talk to you about religion in good faith. Like, they don't actually care how you feel or what you think or what you believe. So, like, stop trying to have those type of conversations with evangelical fuckfaces. Which is, like, weird that I say that, because, like, I'm evangelical. I'm just, like, not evangelical Baptist. You see what I'm saying? Anyway. Okay, so the term evangelical means different things to me than it does to most people in the United States. Because for me, it's actually a religious thing. But, before, I would take the opportunity to talk about, my Christianity as it relates to my principles of nonviolence. I think that it is no longer time where we can be having those conversations with the other side. Like, good faith conversations, like, we're not doing that anymore. We're done. They don't want to talk to us. All we're doing is talking to ourselves. And we already know what we think, so we don't need to say it. We just need to tell them, look, we're not mixing religion and politics. We're not doing it anymore. Like, it's two separate things, and that's how we're going to live our lives. I'm hearing, like, Newsmax filter up through the floor of the apartment, and I can't even imagine. It sounds like some 1950s fucking nuclear drill or some shit. Probably is going on right now. Like, I don't want to, I've had this conversation with a couple of people lately about how, like, we don't want to live in this world anymore with the threat of nuclear annihilation. Like, that was what it was like the entire time we were growing up. We had to accept that and, like, live with that anxiety ever present because these nukes were on, like, hair trigger alert. And then, like, we had a period of disarmament, and it was, like, reason to be hopeful. I'd still get a little worried sometimes, and especially about, like, some kind of nuclear contamination, like radioactive water pollution or something like that. But I wasn't, like, as worried about somebody pushing the red button. And now I'm like, you're rolling the dice every day of whether, like, Trump is gonna nuke someone. Every single fucking day, you are rolling the dice that Trump is gonna nuke someone. I don't know why people don't care about this. It cannot be that they believe in the second coming of Jesus when the nukes happen. Like, I have heard of this before in reference to Ronald Reagan, but I've never met anyone in real life, including evangelicals, who, like, thinks this. Like, that is just some far out, like, what was that comet? Remember everybody had Nikes, white Nikes and like burgundy outfits, and they were all non-binary, and they all like, they didn't drink Kool-Aid, but they all mass suicided on something because they were going to jump on the tail of this comet. That is what it sounds like to me when I hear these people talk about fucking the second coming of fucking Jesus Christ. As it should. That is what you should hear when you hear somebody talk like that. Because what they're saying to you is like, the reality that we're living in doesn't matter because God is going to save us. And it's like, no, we can observe over time where humans have polluted and poisoned a landscape and sickened people, generations of people. And God didn't save them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure that a lot of people that were affected by the Gulf War, burn pits, is something I know nothing about, by the way. I'm just hearing about it now for like the first time, really, because I didn't pay attention to it before, because I was like, oh, it's just some horrible, horrible thing that veterans experienced, along with all the other horrible things that veterans experienced. But like, that's the thing, man. Like, even if there isn't a nuclear exchange, there is a war, like a real war going on. And I don't know what the military casualties are so far. Like, how many U.S. service people have been killed? Because I saw that Chinese satellite photo, which could totally be fake, of the Kuwaiti Air Force Base getting blown up. Yeah, like, so people had to fucking die for this shit. And they're gonna say, oh, they died for their country. They did not fucking die for their country. The country would have been just fine without starting a war with Iran. Like, the country would have been much, much, much better without supporting Israel to be like wild, crazy, violent lunatics. And that's the thing. Maybe they've just been like hanging out with like Netanyahu for so long that they think it's completely reasonable to talk about some like ancient prophecy and some kind of fucking, God's chosen people shit. Like, this is who you want making decisions about your children's schools? Really? And their vaccines? These are the people you want making those decisions? Yeah, I don't think so. So, like, as much as I hate elections, and assuming there are elections, assuming we don't die in a nuclear conflagration before November, like, I need the Democrats to win, because I don't think we're going to survive. We're not going to survive the full 4 years. It's not survivable. Like, I remember when he was first elected, Barnes said, we survived him for one term, we'll survive him for another term. And like later on, he was like, boy, was I wrong. We really underestimated how bad it was going to be. I don't think any of us could have like really imagined this, because I don't think many of us realize right now exactly how bad it is right now. Like, it is bad. Like, our population is actually going down because people are trying to leave the United States because it sucks here. I don't think you all really understand that. You need to really think about it. You need to really think about it. Thanks for listening.